Hey all friends, welcome to the channel. Bob here, and today I'm doing a video on Gothic. I might do 2 or 3 videos on this just to show you different things. But yeah, I'll tell you why. It's a European role-playing game. I think it came out in around 2000, 2001-ish, roughly around that sort of period. It's classic kind of role-playing game from that era. It's by a company called Piranha Bytes, who are a German company who I think were well known for creating games that were incredibly janky with regards to movement and control system, etc., as you'll kind of find in this video. But there were certain things where they were, I personally think, quite ahead of their time. I'd never played this before. I played Gothic 2 and loved it when it first came out. I then went on to Gothic 3, which was an absolute buggy mess when it came out, so I didn't play that. But I recently heard that, there's been like fan patches and community patches and stuff that apparently have fixed the game, so I'm looking forward to trying that, because I loved Gothic 2. I've never played this until now, but I'm really enjoying it for various reasons. The control system and the combat is not one of them, but, let's load in. Now, I'm not sure if the sound's going to be working, because just trying to record this in OBS has been an absolute nightmare, but I've kind of got it working. Yeah, so let's go. So as you can see, it's very much of that era. What I'm finding is that it kind of feels like a mix between Dragon Age and the Elder Scrolls games and all that kind of stuff, but with its own really, really bad control system. So this is a location that I'm in at the moment, and it's a quest that I'm on. The combat is dreadful. It's basically standing in front of a mob. You can kind of block, but, that is generally that combat, how it works with a sword. I knew I wanted to be a mage from playing Gothic 2, but it does take a little while to become a mage, so that's kind of what I've focused on. Things like I'm trying to explain to you. This is not a retrospective. If you want a well scripted retrospective, this is not it. So switch off now. But yeah, so like picking stuff up off the floor here, I'm holding the left mouse button and pressing up, basically. So it's kind of trying to get you to interact with stuff, other than just pressing a key to pick stuff up. It's trying to get you to interact to do that. I think I can jump up here. Yeah, so to jump, that's it. Slave's bread. Yeah, so when you go to open the chest, it wants you to kind of bend down, so you hold left mouse button and you press up to actually look inside. Oh, it's got a mana potion. And then you kind of have to, you have to kind of move back again to step up. So the same with opening doors. Like you press the button, you hold the left mouse button to open a door. But what it does, I'm nicking Mummy's potions here. I'm not sure if this is Mummy's. I'm nicking Mummy's potions. Okay. Yeah, I'm. When you open a door, if you hold the left mouse button, you walk up to the door and grab the handle, and you have to push forward to open it. So it's kind of trying to get you to feel like you're interacting with stuff within the world, kind of a bit more, rather as opposed to just pressing a button. It doesn't. I've got to quite like it. It doesn't always work, I have to say. I'm going to show you some combat in a sec, and then I'll kind of go out and show the outside world and whatnot. It doesn't always work. The movement, I mean, I've got used to it now, but the movement of the character does take some getting used to. Like when you get into, if something rushes you in combat, like forget about trying to do any tactical movements. You can kind of like sidestep, but really, I found a dude here who's dead. I'll take all his stuff. This is a quest, but I'm not going to go through the quest because I don't want to show you. I don't want to spoil it for you. It's kind of just about showing you the game. We'll do some combat. As I said, I'm a mage. I'm going to be using. Actually, can I use the inventory system? Is toilet as well, but there you go. Magic's quite interesting, actually. Magic comes in 2 forms. You get these like scrolls that are to one-time use. Then when you become a mage, you get runes. So then spells you cast are governed by your mana. I have got... maybe I haven't got it anymore. Charm. Okay, let's see what Charm does. I haven't really used it. But maybe it will charm a mob. If it does it from a distance, I'll be alright. There are some orcs up here. Honestly, like before the combat starts, I know some of you will be horrified by the combat, I think. Okay. No, I don't know why my charm spell was not working. Maybe I can't charm orcs. The mobs will also weirdly just forget about you. After a while, they'll get fed up and stop chasing you. Even though they're... yeah, so they've kind of stopped chasing me now. Which is a bit weird. I don't know why that charm spell didn't work. I've spent a lot of time on magery. I've got the high robe of fire. I'm a high mage of whatever. Yeah. I went for magery because I kind of knew that like melee. I mean, maybe one of you out there is really good at melee combat and you've sussed it out. I just couldn't do it. Archery is not so bad. Fireball. I'm going to charge up the fireball. Yeah, so the problem is that the problem with, like, for a lot of the spells that are any good, you need to charge them up, and if they hit you, they interrupt you. So maybe I'm doing the combat wrong, but I find that I have to basically, you know, do some damage, kite around, do it again. It's not so bad if it's mobs that are not doing much damage to you, but yeah, if they do, then that's a problem, obviously. The way damage works is really static as well. Oh, is he gonna get angry? I don't know. Yeah, see, I can kind of spam fireball. But as you can see, it's just, you know, it's weird. As I was saying, damage is really static as well. So mobs do a set amount of damage to you, and if your armor or protection against that damage is higher, they don't do any damage to you. And it's the same for you as well. Like I was fighting some guy, I was whacking him with my sword, thinking I'm not doing any damage here at all. Let's see if we can just kill this dude. Okay. He's dead. Right. That's one. So that's kind of how I'm doing combat at the moment. At the next magic circle that I can advance to, I do get like some AoE spells. I know in Gothic 2 as well, there was these really good summoning spells that meant you just summon stuff, and it basically killed everything, essentially. I'm out of mana. Okay. But until I can cast those spells, this is kind of what I'm doing. Yeah, it's really weird. You do get critical hits, but obviously you've kind of got to get those critical hits. You know, that's one of the things. This is genuinely the combat and the movement and stuff. As I said, maybe they're... Oops. No. Also out of mana, which is quite frustrating. Going up here might be a bad idea. Yeah, you will get mobs stuck on things as well. Let's just see if I can... maybe he'll climb up somewhere and come up behind me. I'm not expecting... Oh, he's climbing up. Fair enough. You do know... Yeah, so I don't know if you heard that noise there. I don't know if the sound's working, but the mobs... When the mobs stop chasing you, they kind of let you know. They make this different sound, which means that I've given up. So... you know, I'm not sure if that was put in the game purposely because they were thinking, holy smokes, you know, we've got problems here with this stuff. I've no idea. Let's get my mana back. Okay. Now let's see if we can let's see if we can blast these other two orcs. So what am I liking about it? Well, I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying exploring the world. It's really interesting. It's really big. I'm only really a short way in still, and I've been playing it for quite some time. There we go. Big fireball. Okay. Kiting. This is a valid tactic. Yeah, I'm enjoying exploring the world. It's really interesting. It's big. There's lots of interesting little secrets and stuff to find. I like the story, even though it, you know, it's not the best written, but I find it interesting. I'm enjoying it. It's something a bit different. I won't spoil it for you, but it's not. I would say that the setup for the overarching story of why you're here is not common. I don't think, not as tropey as some fantasy stories. It's quite gritty. In the way it approaches things. The voice acting I really like because it's funny. It's kind of, the voice acting is, some of it kind of reminds me of the voices in the Thief games. You know, kind of quite over the top kind of stuff. I think you're probably going to... Yeah, I should have carried on running there and then he would have gone back to his... he would have roamed back again. There are some really funny things as well. Like early on, there's this guy that you meet. He says, can I join you and follow you around? You go, yeah, all right then, because you think it might be a quest or something, you know. Let me get the sword out here and just show you how the sword... So you could kind of play this, I guess, if you wanted, as like a turn-based attack, block then attack or whatever. But yeah, I just find it not very good. Archery is less annoying, but you know, oh God's sake, get him. Yes, archery is a bit less annoying, but you do find you still have to kite yourself around. But I'm hoping that maybe at some point, with some other spells, that may not be so much of a problem. I've got another Templar here. We're just nicking all these dead people's stuff. Because why not? Got these little graves here with some kind of runes or language on them. Yeah, but as I was said, yeah, like I was kind of got sidetracked a bit there, as I do, but... Yeah, there was this... I can hear humans being hit. Oh, okay, yeah, no chance. What about if I try and... What about if I try and help them? Oh! Nope, sorry, Bale dude. So I wonder if we can save this guy. Look, I mean, even the combat for the NPCs is just running around, you know, crazily. Oh, it's kind of aim based as well. So you know, if they move, that got him. I'm trying to target this one. Okay, we got one. So it's quite possible that they're just standing by and let me do what I like. It's quite possible that they don't have... There's another one. Oh God, I can't target them. It's so annoying. So I don't know if you noticed that when I was moving back there, I couldn't put my sword away. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, no, I can't hit them at all. Oh, holy smoke. See, what's happening here is it's possible that he is just not supposed to die. He's an NPC that you have to talk to. But what could also be happening here is that his armour is too high for the orcs to damage, so they're not doing any damage to him, essentially. You know, but I don't know. This is partly why I like the game, because you just get these crazy manic things going on. I'm not actually sure if they can, I'm not sure that he can damage them either. So this could be something that just went on forever.
Thanks for your help. You really arrived in the last moment.
Excellent. I'm glad you saw that. That epitomises the combat.
Kor Angar sent me. Have you found any sign of the sleeper?
Not so far. But what about Iberian? Has he come to yet?
No, he's still unconscious.
We need to solve the riddle of these caves. After all these dreadful losses, I can't go back to the community empty-handed. But my fighting skills are limited, and the orcs don't react to my magic spells like the gullible people in the old camp do. If our Brotherhood sent you, maybe you could help me with the further investigation of this tomb.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
Good. Excellent. There are 3 tunnels leading out of this hall. We should search them all. Go ahead. I'll follow you.
I was hoping that you might carry on doing what you was doing. That was like tanking the mobs, and I just shoot them with fireballs. It doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Although when an enemy NPC comes into range, generally like NPCs kind of react. What is that? That's nothing. I'm not sure whether to stop here or whether to carry on. Should we carry on? See what we find. I'm going to need to sort myself out. You end up with like tons of stuff. I'm trying to save my potions because I've got all this other stuff for healing and whatnot. Let's heal ourselves up and we'll carry on a bit. There's some stuff that does mana here as well. Not so much of it though. I've only got 3 of those. Okay, a quick save. I've got so many saves. It is that sort of game. It's also the sort of game where it's glorious to try and break it. There are so many ways that you can just do things you're not supposed to do. Well, things that you feel you shouldn't be doing. Yeah, and funny stuff. It really is a funny game to play, but in an enjoyable way. You know, I don't want you to think it's just what is that? Steel tongue. You can pick up as much as you want and carry it around as well. Oh, oops. Heard some orcs is half a parchment. Let's see if we can read that. Yeah, like things like the questing and like the quests and stuff, they're all quite fun. You know, that's part of the reason why I'm enjoying it. A part of an ancient parchment. Looks like the upper part was torn off. The writing resembles runes on the cave walls. Can we read it? No, doesn't seem as though we can. I think there's a way down there, isn't there? But it looks like a hole that you jump in. So I'm not so sure. It was just here, wasn't it? Oh, that looks like a one-way ticket to me. Holy smoke. Is that the only way? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Oh, hang on. Oops. Oh, that was lucky. Don't fall over, for God's sake. I'm not sure that anything could happen here. He won't let me target it, which I guess is fair enough. The thing is, though, is that will he follow me down? Because if he doesn't, I'm left maybe cornered fighting some orcs. Let's have a look at the other. Let's go one of the other ways. That was the way we came down, wasn't it? So is this? Let's check out one of these routes. I'm kind of wondering if he's like super tanky and they can't damage him. So hopefully, if we do get into a combat, he will. Oh, look at this! You see, look at that! It really is an amazing game to explore. There's so much to see. Super atmospheric as well. Loads of orcs. Jeez. I think did we get one? Oops, damn. So what is he going to do? Right, so he's going to do... Oh, jeez. So he's going to do nothing, basically. No, so he's gone from tank... Oh! Oh, God. Just keep still. Oops. He went from just following me around to tanking a load of orcs. Oh, he died. Okay. I think I'll stop here, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and show you the outside world. Hello, welcome back to the video. So I've just gone through that quest there, and it was very, very good. I enjoyed the quest a lot. It did bug out on me. You got to expect that in Gothic. So I had to go back to an earlier save. So that's one of my recommendations: is just to save early, save a lot. That's your best option. I was kind of talking about some really funny things in the game as well that they've done. So I mentioned, I got sidetracked, I think, but I mentioned that there was some really annoying guy who says, I want to join you. I'll talk about that in a sec. What I just want to do is show you something else that's really cool. I think I've still got them left. Yeah. Yeah, so you get these spells where you can turn yourself into creatures, and one of them is a blood fly. I haven't got the rune for it yet. I've only got scrolls that get used up, but I quite like it because it's just faster movement. I haven't found any teleportation abilities yet. But this is the world. It's a big world. I mean, I think there are various sections. I can't open the map in blood bug form, bloodfly form. But yeah, I'll show you the map in a sec. This is where I was just doing the quest there. Yeah, there was this guy who said, hello, can I be your friend? And he follows you around and he just keeps talking to you. So he keeps interrupting your journey to talk to you. And in the end, he said, you want to go somewhere quiet and all this kind of stuff. So, oh, this guy's really getting on my nerves. They will attack me as a bloodfly, so I won't go in there quite yet. Yeah, but it was really annoying. And in the end, I just kept trying to take him out to places, try and get him killed. I'm not sure where he is at the moment. When you go back to the starter city or town, he'll kind of turn up. I mean, I'm not sure if I managed to get him killed off. But there's another guy as well who had built his hut across a pathway. So people just keep walking through his hut. And every time you walk through his hut, he goes, oh, stop walking through my hut. You know, that's quite funny. There was another bit where you first start off, these bully guys keep asking you for protection money, And if you don't give it to them, they tell these guys to just come and beat you up basically and steal it from you. So it's quite gritty in that regard. I'm going to go in here because I don't know why it turns you around when you do that. Jumping also is faster movement, so if you jump, it will push you forward faster. Yeah, essentially, basically. I need to go around to the temple. These guys are a group of people who they sit around smoking these massive joints or using these pipes. It's quite funny. These are one of the factions that you can join. You've got these factions you can join as well,
That's really not my problem.
which is quite interesting. There's one. Yeah, there's one of the good. This guy's always smoking a massive doobie. There we go. Yeah.
You're very probably.
So we'll go up here. I need to speak to someone about the quest I've just finished. But this is an outdoor environment. Let's go over to the cliff here. Yeah, you get these potions that make you run really fast. You can turn into animals. I love the spell effects when you're casting some of the spells. Really interesting. Oh, this is like a water's edge section. Oh, I can show you the map as well. It's really explorable. So to run from that side of the map to the other side of the map would take a little while. It's not going to take you hours, but it's a suitably bigger map. And from what I've seen, I haven't spoiled anything for myself. From what I've seen on the internet, there are other maps as well. I think maybe, I'm not sure if I've got that right or wrong or whatever, but yeah, this is some of the outdoor environments. It runs really well. I haven't had any problems. It doesn't run in a window. Oh, it's quite loud. It doesn't run in a window, so you need to run it in full screen. But other than that, I haven't had any real crashing problems. Trying to alt tab out to do something else is generally a bad idea. So if you're going to play it, just leave it, essentially. Yeah. But it's really interesting. Like, the whole setup is really interesting for the main quest. I've enjoyed some of the writing. I mean, some of the acting is like bad in a really good way, but some of it's quite good. I'll go and show you some of it now. This part, this conversation might be slightly spoilery.
I thought that had been cleared up, eh?
This guy, Iberion, had a vision and he collapsed, and they've just left him there. Essentially, no one is doing anything about it. It's funny because when you walk around, like you get these NPCs standing together having conversations, but not really having conversations. Sometimes they'll keep saying the same thing over and over again. It's really funny. If you're some kind of like hipstery millennial, or just that way inclined, if you get easily offended by stuff, I'm going to get a load of people going, millennials don't get offended by stuff easily. Well, you get stuff, which of a political nature you may not find particularly great. But yeah, I don't know where's my favourite girl? It's not here. Oh, okay, well, let's go outside. I think we'll just do the quest so you can see some of the. Yeah, it's funny. Like Iberion will stand up, and as you come into view, he kind of lays down again. Let's talk about see what happens.
Else instead.
I've been to the Orc Cemetery. There was
Level up.
nothing there. No sleeper, no sign, no nothing.
What about Baal Lucor and the Templars?
They're all dead.
Dead? But why? What happened?
The entire cave system is teeming with orcs. They killed all of the Templars. Baal Lucor and myself survived, but suddenly Baal Lucor went mad. He screamed that the sleeper had ordered him to kill me, and he intended to obey this order.
It would appear he couldn't handle the fact that he hadn't found anything. I don't believe that the influence of the sleeper can cause such violent deeds. It cannot. Irrelevant. The most important thing is that Baal Lucor did not succeed in his madness. Iberion is our only hope now.
How is Iberion doing?
He won't wake of his own accord. and he is growing weaker and weaker. I know how to wake him up, but I need your help.
What do you want me to
Of
do?
course you do.
Get me the healing herbs from the swamp. 5 of the strongest kind should be sufficient. Please, hurry.
I think I've already got those, but I'll check in a sec. Yeah, so like when you talk to him, it says, how do I join the Templars and stuff. So there's different factions you can join. There's 3 different camps as well. And each camp is not kind of against each other, not really, but they've got their own beliefs and stuff, what they do. Yeah, and within those camps there are different parts of each camp that you can join. I mean, for the camp that I was in, I had to go through some processes to get to a point where I could become a mage, which is what I was aiming for. Yeah, but that's it really. I mean, overall, I'm really enjoying the game. If you're looking for a single-player RPG with some interesting stories and themes, with that kind of like, you know, like late 90s, early 2000s kind of look and feel to it, then this might do you. You know, you've got to accept. I think what you've got to do is play the game how it wants you to play it. Like the combat and the control system, at first I was kind of fighting it, trying to get it to play how I wanted it to play, or I thought it should play, but that just didn't work, and it led to a load of frustration. So I've kind of accepted it as a mage, maybe until I get some AoE spells or some pet spells, some summoning spells. I've just got to fire fireballs and run away and come back again. You know, that's just how it goes. Yeah, so fighting the combat, yeah, so fighting the controls is something I would recommend. Just go with it if you're going to play it. It's really fun to try and break things in the game because it's really funny, so I'd recommend doing that as well. Melee combat, I think whatever way you look at it, is not very good, so I would go along the lines of archer or mage. This is me, I'm currently level 13. For every level you get skill points that you invest in something, so you don't skills don't go up as you train, etc. I'm kind of concentrating on a mage now. You get armour and rings and necklaces that do all sorts of different things. If you look at protection there, some of that is the armour I'm wearing. Some of it is to do with rings and stuff that I'm wearing. Yeah, and I think I've still got loads to go and lots to learn. There's another mage faction. I'm not sure if by joining this fire faction, if I can't now do that, but there's another mage faction that I want to join to see what spells they offer, but I'm not sure if I can now, so I'll have to check that out. I've been to the city, I've been to the town where they're based, and I'm trying to look for quests to do to increase my standing, but I'm not finding a lot, and I'm not sure if I've kind of cut that off because I've joined this one. But anyway, yeah, I've still got quite a lot to do. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't leave triggered comments about millennials. I was partly joking, partly not, but mostly joking. What was I going to say? And this is my last video before we move. So when we move, I need to get kind of set up again and stuff and see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again soon.
I'm not listening to all the blathering anymore.